Hello, dear friends. Growing older brings many blessings, but also quiet challenges that often appear when no one expects them. Imagine lying in bed, wondering who will be there to support the next doctor visit, or when the stairs at home start to feel heavier than before, or when nights feel a little too silent because family lives far away.
These moments are not rare. Many older adults in Europe, and also here, share the same question. When children are busy, or when family cannot always be present, who can truly be relied upon? Based on research and countless real experiences, the answer may surprise many people. There are actually 6 strong pillars of support that can become even more reliable than family. These pillars are health services, home care, financial security, community connections, safe housing, and mental health with legal protection. Each of them plays a role as steady as the roots of an old tree holding strong even when storms come. This video will gently guide through each pillar, one by one. It will explain why they matter, what dangers appear when they are missing, and how simple steps today can make life after 60 healthier and brighter. Think of it like preparing a garden. With care, water, and sunlight, even older trees continue to bloom beautifully. The same is true for life in older age. With the right support, the later years can be filled with peace, dignity, and joy. So let us begin this journey together. Keep listening with an open heart, and reflect gently on the question: which pillars are already standing strong in your life, and which ones need more care? The answers may hold the key to living not only longer, but with meaning and comfort.
Health is the first and strongest pillar of support after the age of 60. Based on scientific studies across Europe, older adults who stay connected to their general practitioner, or GP, live healthier and more independent lives. Regular checkups help prevent complications from common conditions, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart disease. Without them, small problems can quietly grow into emergencies. Imagine Maria, a 72-year-old woman living in Spain. She has high blood pressure, something many people her age experience, because she meets her doctor every few months. Her medication is adjusted carefully. Her blood pressure stays stable, and she continues to walk to the market each morning. Now, imagine if she did not have this steady medical support. The silent rise of her blood pressure could lead to a sudden stroke, leaving her dependent on others.
This shows why health services are not just about treating illness, they are about protecting independence. Doctors and nurses can sometimes feel like strangers, yet they are pillars that stand firmly when family cannot always be present. Unlike children who may be busy or living far away, a GP is trained to notice changes that even loved ones might overlook. According to clinical experience, early detection of illness saves not only years of life, but also the quality of those years.
Simple habits can make this pillar stronger. Schedule a yearly health check. Write down medications and dosages in a small notebook. Ask about vaccinations that prevent flu or pneumonia. For those with limited mobility, telemedicine and home visits are becoming more common in Europe, and in many countries around the world. Pause for a moment and reflect. Do regular doctor visits feel like a routine in life, or are they postponed until pain becomes too strong? Strengthening this pillar today may be the reason to stay active, walk outside with confidence, and enjoy the freedom of older age tomorrow. The second pillar is care at home, often called home care or daily support services. Based on studies in Europe, more and more older adults depend on this type of help. It is not a sign of weakness, it is a way to stay strong and safe within one's own home. Trained caregivers can assist with bathing, cooking, mobility, and even light exercise. These small tasks, when left unattended, can grow into serious risks for health. Think of Jan, a 78-year-old gentleman in the Netherlands. After a stroke, he could not move easily. His daughter visited when she could, but she also had a full-time job and children to raise. A home care nurse began visiting Jan 3 times a day. She helped him with meals, medication, and gentle exercises. Slowly, he regained strength. Without this support, Jan might have been forced to move permanently into a nursing home. Instead, he remained in his own familiar space, surrounded by memories. Home care is often more consistent than family care. Children may want to help but cannot always be present. A professional caregiver, however, follows a schedule and provides reliable attention. According to clinical experience, older adults who receive even a few hours of home care each week report less loneliness, fewer hospital visits, and better mood. There are practical steps to make this pillar part of daily life. Explore local community services that provide visiting nurses, ask about government subsidies or health insurance that cover part of the cost. If professional care feels too formal, community volunteers or trusted neighbors can also provide companionship and basic support. Reflect gently. Is it becoming harder to cook, bathe, or move safely at home? If the answer is yes, consider that accepting home care is not losing independence. Instead, It is building a bridge to keep living independently, with dignity and safety, for as long as possible.
The third pillar is financial security. After the age of 60, money is not only about comfort, it is directly connected to health and peace of mind. Based on research from Europe, older adults who face financial stress are more likely to skip medical appointments, reduce their medication, or even eat less healthy food. Worry about money does not just affect the wallet, it affects the heart and body too.
Take Anna, a 70-year-old woman from Bulgaria. Her pension was small, and she often skipped visits to the dentist because she thought it was not urgent. Over time, her teeth became painful, and she had trouble eating properly. This led to poor nutrition and weakness. The cost of solving the problem grew larger than if she had addressed it earlier. This is a reminder that financial security is not about luxury, it is about having the basics covered, so health does not suffer. According to studies, the risk of poverty among seniors is still high in many parts of Europe. Some older adults live in simple homes, but without enough savings, even paying for heating in winter or medication becomes a heavy burden. Stress from unpaid bills or fear of becoming a burden to children can quietly harm mental health. There are solutions. Many countries provide pensions, senior allowances, or discounts on transport and medicine. Learning about these rights is just as important as visiting the doctor. A trusted family member, social worker, or financial counselor can help manage these benefits. Community food programs and meal delivery services also exist in some areas, reducing the worry about daily meals. Reflect for a moment. Does financial planning feel secure enough for the years ahead, or is there still worry each month? Taking small steps today, checking what benefits are available, organizing expenses, and asking for guidance can bring calmness tomorrow. A steady wallet builds a steady heart, and with it comes the freedom to focus on health and joy in later life. The fourth pillar is friendship and community. Based on European surveys, nearly 1 in 7 older adults often feels lonely. Loneliness may sound harmless, but according to scientific studies, it increases the risk of depression, memory decline, and even early death. Just like the body needs food and water, the heart and mind need connection. Take the story of Georges, a 75-year-old man in France. His children lived in different cities, busy with their own families. For years, he stayed home most days, watching television in silence. Then, a neighbor invited him to join a community gardening club. At first, Georges hesitated, but soon, he found himself laughing, planting vegetables, and sharing meals with new friends. His mood lifted, his health improved, and he no longer felt invisible. Community does not need to be large to be powerful. A walking group, a choir, a book club, or even a weekly phone call with a friend can make life brighter. According to clinical observations, people who remain socially active maintain stronger memory and better emotional balance than those who isolate themselves. Simple actions can grow this pillar. Join local centers for older adults, attend community events, or learn basic phone and video call apps to stay connected with distant family. Even greeting a neighbor at the market is a step toward reducing loneliness. Take a quiet moment to reflect. How many days in the past week were spent in real conversation, laughter, or shared activity? If the answer is very few, perhaps it is time to water this pillar of life, just like a thirsty plant. Friendships and community ties give strength that no medicine can replace, keeping both heart and spirit alive. The fifth pillar is a safe and supportive home. According to studies in Europe, most older adults wish to age in place, meaning they want to stay in their own homes as long as possible, but many homes were not designed with older bodies in mind. Stairs become dangerous, slippery floors lead to falls, and bathrooms without handrails can turn daily routines into risky tasks. Think of Sophia, an 81-year-old woman in Sweden. She loved her small house filled with memories, but she had already slipped twice in the bathroom. With guidance from a community service, she made simple changes, added grab bars, placed non-slip mats, and installed brighter lights. These small adjustments gave her the confidence to live independently for many more years. Without them, another fall could have meant a broken hip and a permanent move to a care facility. Research shows that falls are one of the leading causes of disability in older adults. Yet many accidents are preventable with small modifications at home. Just as a gardener removes weeds and strengthens the soil, adapting the home environment makes it safer and more welcoming. Practical steps are within reach. Walk through each room and look for hazards: loose rugs, poor lighting, clutter on the floor. Ask family or community volunteers to help with repairs. In some countries, government programs support home safety checks or financial aid for renovations. Pause and ask yourself, does the home truly feel safe, or are there corners that bring silent worry each day? A secure home is more than walls, and a roof. It is the stage that allows older adults to keep their independence, dignity, and daily rhythm of life. Strengthening this pillar means protecting freedom in the most familiar place of all. The sixth pillar is mental health and legal protection. According to the World Health Organization, about 1 in 7 older adults lives with depression, anxiety, or cognitive decline. These conditions are often invisible, yet they strongly affect daily life. A healthy mind is just as important as a healthy body. When mental health is ignored, even simple tasks like taking medicine or paying bills can become overwhelming. Consider Lars, a 69-year-old man in Denmark. He began forgetting names and misplacing important papers. At first, his family thought it was normal aging, but after a visit to a memory clinic, he was diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's. With this early detection, Lars and his family were able to plan ahead. They arranged support, adjusted his daily routine, and prepared legal documents to protect his savings and medical choices. Because of this preparation, Lars continues to live with dignity, knowing his future is secure. Mental health support can take many forms: regular conversations, support groups, or professional counseling. Simple daily habits like walking outdoors, joining social activities, or practicing relaxation techniques help to keep the mind sharp and the heart calm. Based on clinical experience, these steps reduce the risk of depression and improve quality of life. Legal protection is another vital part of this pillar. Preparing a will, assigning power of attorney, and organizing important documents are not signs of weakness. They are acts of strength and love. They ensure that wishes are respected, assets are safe, and decisions remain in trusted hands, even if memory or health changes. Reflect for a moment. Are there thoughts, worries, or documents left unsettled? Taking small steps now to care for the mind and to secure legal rights builds a foundation of peace. This pillar is not only about today's comfort, it protects tomorrow's dignity, independence, and sense of safety. When these 6 pillars are weak or missing, life after 60 can become fragile. Warning signs often appear quietly, like shadows at the edge of the day. Research shows that many older adults delay asking for help until problems become urgent. By then, the cost both to health and to peace of mind is much higher. What are the signs to watch for? One of the most common is isolation. Days pass with little conversation, meals are skipped, and the phone rarely rings. Another warning sign is neglect of medication pills left untouched, or confusion about dosages. At home, clutter may build up, bills remain unpaid, or repairs are left undone. Each of these may seem small, but together they signal that support is missing. Imagine an older neighbor who used to be cheerful and tidy, but now appears withdrawn, with unopened mail piling at the door. These are not just habits of age, they are silent cries for help. Studies in community health show that when such signs are ignored, risks of accidents, hospital visits, and depression rise sharply. The good news is that every warning sign is also an invitation to strengthen a pillar, to rebuild support before a crisis arrives. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it is wisdom. Just as a gardener waters a plant before it wilts, recognizing these signals early keeps life steady and full of color. Pause and reflect. Have any of these signs appeared in daily life, or in the life of someone close? Awareness is the first step. By noticing and acting gently, it is possible to turn danger into safety, and loneliness into connection. Stories often speak louder than facts. One such story is about Georges, a 75-year-old man in France. After his wife passed away and his children moved far away, Georges felt left behind. Days were quiet, filled with television and long silences. He rarely went outside, and his health began to decline. Then something small changed everything. A neighbor invited him to join a community gardening group. At first, Georges hesitated. He thought, I am too old to start something new. But he gave it a try. On the very first day, he felt the warmth of others welcoming him. He touched the soil, planted seeds, and shared laughter with people his age. Weeks passed, and Georges began to smile again. His appetite returned, and his doctor noticed his blood pressure improving. More importantly, he no longer felt invisible. He had found a new family in his community friends who cared for him, cheered for him, and reminded him that life after 70 could still bloom beautifully. This story shows how the 6 pillars come alive. Georges had medical care from his doctor, daily support from neighbors, peace of mind through a small pension, joy in his community, safety in a modest home, and mental strength from staying socially active. Together, these supports became stronger than family alone. Take a moment to reflect. Is there a garden waiting nearby, an activity, a group, or a circle of friends that could bring the same light into daily life? Like Georges, many older adults discover that it is never too late to plant new seeds of joy. With patience and openness, life can blossom again, even in later years. Take a quiet breath and think about this question. Who are the true pillars in life right now? Not just family, but those people, places, or supports that give strength each day. Perhaps it is a trusted doctor who listens with patience, or a neighbor who never forgets to knock on the door with a warm meal. Maybe it is a small pension or savings that brings peace of mind when paying bills. It could be a local community center where laughter is shared, or even a safe chair by the window that feels like a corner of peace. Research in aging shows that those who take time to recognize their support systems live with less stress and greater resilience. By naming these pillars, the heart feels lighter, and confidence grows. It is a way of saying, I am not alone. I have strength around me. If it feels like the pillars are not strong enough, that is not the end of the story. Life is still open. New supports can be built, just like a bridge can be reinforced. Asking for help, joining a group, or speaking to a trusted professional can create fresh strength at any age. So, who are your pillars? Pause for a moment, say their names silently. Picture their faces or imagine the comfort they bring. These are the beams holding life steady, and with gratitude, they grow even stronger. Every pillar is a reminder. It is possible to age with dignity, with safety, and with joy. And most importantly, with support that can be stronger than family alone. As this journey comes to an end, let the heart hold on to one truth. Life after 60 is not about weakness, but about finding the right supports. Medical care, daily assistance, financial peace, community connection, safe living, and inner resilience. These 6 pillars are the quiet heroes that keep life steady. No one needs to face the later years alone. With the right balance of care and connection, each day can still carry meaning, laughter, and warmth. Aging is not the closing of a book, but the start of a softer, wiser chapter, one filled with lessons, gratitude, and new beginnings. So, let every senior remember, support is never far away. It may come from professionals, from kind neighbors, or from the gentle hands of a friend. Even when family cannot always be present, strength can be found in many places. Let this video be an invitation to care for health, to stay connected, to embrace help with an open heart, and to trust that life can still blossom beautifully. If this message touched you, do not forget to press like, share it with others who may need encouragement, and subscribe for more gentle guidance on healthy aging. See you in the next video. Stay healthy, stay spirited. Warm greetings from me, for a happier and more meaningful senior life.